Thumbtack presents Uncertainty Strikes. I was surrounded. The aisle and the options were closing in. There were paint rollers, satin and matte finish, angle brushes, and natural bristles. There were too many choices. What if I never got my living room painted? What if I couldn't figure out what type of paint to use? What if I just used Thumbtack? I can hire a top-rated pro that knows everything about interior paint, easily compare prices, and read reviews. Thumbtack knows homes. Download the app today.
Mississippi is breaking new ground for business at a historic pace. Amazon, XAI, Toyota, Milwaukee Tool, and GE Aerospace have all tapped into our deep talent pool, prime geographic location, and welcoming communities. This is bigger than megasites. Mississippi offers a thriving business ecosystem with affordability, greater collaboration with energy partners, and record-breaking speed to market. Looking to expand? Break new ground at Mississippi.org.
It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NBA.
One shot for the championship. He got it! 4-point lead, 7.5 to go. De'Aaron Fox across midcourt with 5. Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with 2. Takes a 3 that he misses too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait. A playoff run that'll go down in history and a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
Knicks beat the Spurs 94-90. They win the NBA Finals in 5 games. Jalen Brunson goes for 45 in the clincher and is named Finals MVP. Knicks fans get their championship after 3 years.
53 years.
53, similar to...
Minus 50.
Similar to what Milwaukee and Denver did, but different because it's New York.
Denver got one?
Denver got a championship after, I think it was like 46 years or something.
The NBA?
In the NBA.
When did Denver get a championship?
Denver Nuggets? 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
No. Before that.
No, it was the first one ever.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Well,
man.
in their 46 years in the NBA. They didn't have one to go back to in 73.
Okay,
But their fans had waited.
that's confusing. The Bucks
Decades.
got one and Denver didn't, and you lumped New York into it. Yeah. Yes. They're fans. We are happy this morning.
Joyous. Dancing in the streets.
Well, rioting in the streets, but then it's
Well, whatever, you know. It starts as dancing, then it gets a little more violent than that.
Yeah, that was the best performance in a clinching game series finals since Magic Johnson in 1980.
Passing up Jordan, huh?
Yeah, Jordan was like
Yeah.
13 of 87.
13 of 87.
I mean, the last couple of minutes were outstanding.
Yeah.
But Brunson was outstanding the whole game.
Yep,
And
he had it going on.
Karl Anthony Towns in foul trouble, never really got anything. I said to myself, man, when he fouled out, I said, that's probably a good thing because he's not doing much offensively, and putting in Mitchell Robinson, he's a better rebounder. He's more ferocious because he's in the league to rebound, and that's exclusively it, and play defense. And sure enough, he gets the offensive rebound off a missed free throw. That helped them. So Brunson is a role model for everyone, especially young people. He doubted every step of the way. Work, and then work some more, and prove all these doubters wrong. And look what he does, man. That is something that you could point to, not just in sports, but in life. He's too small. He's too slow. I mean, yeah. Hey, here's what I got to say to you, Becky Hammond.
Do you think that what he did is the new way going forward? Because the rules are different, the game is different now, or is he the one outlier who comes along every 20 years or so?
I think great players come along not every year, but whatever time frame you want to put in. So I think great players can find ways to succeed, and I think he's a great player. I'm not going to put him in any box. He's a great player, and he did what was thought impossible for him to do, and that's just amazing. And you too, you're probably not in the sports, but in other facets of life, if you work super hard and do all that you're supposed to do and spend hours upon hours, you too can find success. Maybe you wouldn't find an MVP type of level of success, but you can find the success and have a nice, happy life, and that's what it's about.
Odds are out for next year. The Spurs are the favorite, followed by the Thunder, Celtics, and Knicks. Of course, we'll have a draft, some trades, and free agency, and see what the rosters look like, but that's what the betting public is looking at right now.
Well, I don't know about the Spurs. Wembanyama, this was just a bad performance by him. He wilted, and then he pouted. He cheap-shotted. He says something stupid to the media on the way out. Now, the saving grace is he's only 22 years old, so I'm not going to attach that to him for the next 10 to 12 to 15 years. But he needs to grow up, and he needs to clutch up.
1 for 7 for 4 points in the last 2 minutes of the close games in this series. Not nearly good enough.
No, he's a non-factor.
It's 22.
And then he blames it on other people, and he has an attitude. He needs to grow up, but he's only 22, and he has that opportunity to. So I'm not going to put this is the way he's going to be. Now, when he gets to this point next year,
all eyes will be on him to see how much better he is.
He's going to have to answer it.
Now you've been there.
He's going to have to answer for his miserable performance.
James Harden arrested early Saturday morning in Houston, charged with a misdemeanor unlawful carrying of a weapon after an unholstered gun was sitting in plain view on the seat of a car he owns. He paid a $100 bond. He'll appear in court again on June 22nd.
So if it was holstered, it'd be okay?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. But I don't know. Texas gun laws, you got me. He's got a contract for next year, but only $13 million of the 50 whatever million is guaranteed. He was expected to negotiate some kind of new deal with Cleveland. We'll see where that goes with these charges. Oklahoma City guard Nikola Topic, here's a sentence you're going to love, PK, underwent a minimally invasive spine surgery. Don't usually hear spine and minimally invasive put together in a sentence. He is expected to be cleared for training camp. He's had a lot of health problems, a knee injury, testicular cancer, and now a spine issue, all since being drafted in 2024.
If you would have asked me 2 minutes ago who is Nikola Topic, I would have no idea. I have no clue who he is, so I have no idea.
High draft pick, high hopes, but it's just been one health thing after another. The knee injury is kind of a traditional basketball injury, but the cancer in the spine, unusual.
Again, no clue. I'm not all things to all people.
DJ and PK.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Tusk Top.
What is that?
Oh, yeah, it's a World Cup holder.
Like the soccer tournament World Cup?
Holder. For the world. Fits every car, holds every cup.
It has a Carvana logo?
Yeah, Carvana made it. They buy and sell cars, so they made a car cup holder. So, got any good cups lately?
I used to. I just couldn't figure out where in the world to put them.
The World Cup holder. Brought to you by Carvana. Proud sponsors of the World Cup holder.
Sign up today to win yours at cup-holder2026.com. Not authorized or endorsed by FIFA. Not a real product. For parity and fair use purposes only.
Hashtag NFL.
Couple first-round picks still waiting to sign their rookie contracts. Raider quarterback Fernando Mendoza and Rams quarterback Ty Simpson. How much of the money do they get up front? How much of the money gets delayed? Although some of the delays don't seem like a big deal. You're getting the money in September, October, but they haven't signed yet. With the rookie scale, there isn't much more to argue about in those deals, but they're arguing about that.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, man, 2026, Fernando Mania has returned.
But to Vegas, not to L.A. Will it sweep the country?
Vegas is L.A.
The burbs.
Just hotter.
The hotter burbs up the freeway.
Mm-hmm.
4 to 6 hours, depending on where you're going from and what the traffic's like. Former NFL defensive lineman Aldon Smith died Saturday in the Bay Area at the age of 36. First-round pick of the 49ers, played for the Raiders and Cowboys, had repeated arrests and legal troubles, 10 of them in a 9-year span. A wide range of charges and allegations, and he passes away at the age of 36. Just last week, we were talking about people who pass away at the age of 50. Way too young, PK. 36.
Who passed away at 50?
Trying to think who it was that we were talking last week. It was 58, 57, 58. I'd have to go look.
Okay.
Even younger. DJ PK.
Hashtag college football.
You're waiting for the big announcement. This is it. We've had the preliminary meetings with the ADs and the Executive Council. Brett Yormark expected to meet with all 16 university presidents and chancellors today. What will the Big 12 do to Texas Tech in regards to the Brendan Sorsby situation?
Yeah, as time has gone on here, we've had over a week or so, maybe two. This is not the Brandon Sorsby situation.
It's become he hasn't had this much to say now. It's Texas Tech, it's ADs, presidents, chancellors,
it's
commissioners.
The college football.
Yeah.
It's the sports. This is not Brandon Sorsby. This is gambling by players going to be allowed to happen? This is, they cite legal precedent, and we hear about it for years to come, and it's labeled as something. This would, and we like the Larry Bird rule or what have you, and this will be the Brandon Sorsby rule. This is so much bigger than whether one kid plays football for Texas Tech in 2026.
It's going to set a standard for years to come.
Right. Really, when you think about it, who cares if Brendan Sorsby is going to play football for Texas Tech in 26? That's so minimal compared to our players going to be allowed to gamble on their teams. And are we going to compare it to murder? Because if we compare it to murder, well, then you're good to go. And that's what McGuire did. So this is so much bigger than one individual. Whether he plays or not, they're not going to win the title. It's not going to happen. I sound like all those guys in 2026. He's not, or 16. He's not going to be president. It's not going to happen.
And yet, here we are.
There's like about
never
20,
say never.
20 of them. And even if he does, it's great. But I don't think it's going to happen.
But to your bigger point, there was a rule. Everyone was abiding by it.
Yeah.
It got struck down in court. And so now it's up to the Big 12 or the NCAA. It seems like anything the NCAA does will get struck down in court. But can a conference do it? Because that takes all the antitrust. They don't have a monopoly. You can go play in another conference. Yeah. So what can the Big 12 come up with that the courts won't strike down to keep the rule in place? Maybe the NCAA can't have the rule, but if every conference has the rule, then we're in a similar situation. And so what are they going to come up with? And I expect after this meeting today, they're going to announce what it is. They must have options. Maybe they got a leading candidate and they know. I would think after that executive council, they didn't just shrug and leave that meeting. They've kept it quiet, but I assume they have a plan or plans. And I expect we hear about them after this meeting.
Yeah, so I look at this as far more important than Brendan Sorsby playing 10 or 12 football games. This is way more important than that.
His name will be a footnote attached to this, depending on what happens, kind of the way Curt Flood. Because Sorsby brought it, so I guess why it's a Sorsby situation. It's him now. He brought it. Curt Flood a long time ago said I could be a free agent. Now free agency, we talk about a gazillion free agencies, and not only many people know Curt Flood, but
95% of people couldn't name you Curt Flood.
Right, and in 50 years, are 95% of people going to be known Sorsby if everybody's gambling? I mean, maybe he's setting a precedent that will hold up and change the sport for decades to come, which is what Curt Flood did. But you're right, 95% of the people don't know it.
Well,
and that's why when you say it's not the Brandon Sorsby situation, it's a great example of why.
Whether they remember him or not, it will be remembered as it's okay to get, as long as you don't murder somebody or DUIs. And, we know if you have all sorts of money, you can get minimal sentences on that. So away you go. And we're all going to be interested to see how it plays out.
Clemson wide receiver Tristan Smith received a temporary injunction to allow him to play this fall for the Tigers, and in the ruling, the judge cited the Brendan Sorsby injunction as part of why he granted him the right to play. So there it is. Sorsby's already being cited as precedent. Going to be harder and harder for the NCAA to suspend people for any reason. Going to fall to conferences, it looks like. UNLV gets a commitment from Donovan McNabb Jr., son of the former NFL quarterback and Syracuse star. So, Vegas, baby. Donovan McNabb Jr., now wide receiver. All right, DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
Colorado Rockies set a franchise record, 23 runs in a 23-9 rout of the Athletics in Las Vegas. They played 6 games in Vegas, PK. The first the first game and the last game outrageously high scoring. In between, they were high scoring, but not bizarrely so. 4, 6, 7 runs, whatever. Does it lead to a little more concern about what Major League Baseball might look like in Utah, or you think this was just a fluke in Vegas?
Well, I mean, they're still scoring 23 runs in
Colorado.
But, I mean, some parks, the one that Hank Aaron played in Atlanta, they call it the bandbox.
Right. Some are smaller. Hitters Park.
Down the line in Fenway is 305. Check swing.
And that's what they were saying about this ballpark, because it's smaller dimensions.
Too small. Don't put it on the couple thousand feet of elevation.
Yeah, and there'll be it's a non-retractable dome that they're going to have. Mm-hmm. So you can control it a little bit more. So I'm not worried about it.
Miz, outstanding performance. Brewers get the one-hit Maddox shutout. Jacob Mizorowski, 95 pitches, 15 strikeouts, a 6-zip win over Philly. 95-pitch one-hit shutouts are pretty rare, PK, but you throw 15 strikeouts in there. Usually you think they get a lot of first-pitch outs, ground balls or whatever.
104 in there. That's what it is. I mean,
he threw 104 mile an hour.
He throws
fastball.
massive gas. I mean, this is the way it is. See how it goes. I mean, I'm going to put Milwaukee as if they get in, which I think they will. They're going to be dangerous because they have this kid named Harrison who's left-handed, also, and he's really, really good. I've watched him pitch. So you get a 1-2 combination like that.
Shades of your Diamondbacks years ago.
In all series in the postseason are short. In the postseason, I should say, they're all short. Even if it's 7, that's short because you can make it shorter with those two. You run those two out there twice each. They're going to be tough to beat. So we'll see how this plays out. But man, he's something, and Harrison is right behind him.
Bees beat the Reno Aces 11-10 in the series finale. Tacoma up next. They get today off, and they'll start a 6-gamer with Tacoma tomorrow. DJ and PK. World Cup underway with the U.S. A dominant 4-1 win over Paraguay to kick things off. They're going to play Australia Friday. Australia with an upset. They got the win in their opener, so could be playing to see who wins the group here in Game 2 of the 3 games they play in group play. 4 more games today. You can check out games all day long, Fox and FS1. Loaded up with World Cup soccer.
Man. The DirecTV, they have it just squabble. It's not on my DirecTV.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Blacked out, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah. As they're having the contract ran out, so I have as good a chance of getting the Pac-12 network on the DirecTV as I do Channel 13. I'll come over to your house.
Okay, come on over. Not that motivated.
I've never been invited to your house once. You sat in my living room. I have not even entered your property. I've not been on your property one step. Tells you the difference between me and you.
I've always wanted to cross the moat.
You did?
No, I've never.
I wouldn't even know where to go. Sometimes we'll carpool. He comes down or has somebody drive him down. I don't know. He doesn't even let me go up the hill.
I use the tram.
I can't even get up the hill.
It's got a self-start button.
I'll meet him on that main drive into the U.
Just hit start.
No.
Float you down.
Where he has reclined the lazy boy in my house. I'm just saying.
I reclined the lazy boy? I stayed overnight. I don't think I reclined the lazy boy.
Talking about Sandy, buddy boy.
Oh, okay. I don't remember climbing the lazy boat.
Well, you did.
Oh, okay.
I remember you did.
Okay.
When we had the kids, you brought over like 5 million pounds of food.
I do remember that. I
had to go out and rent another refrigerator.
Well, milk is expensive. DJ and PK.
Hashtag golf.
Bud Colley wins. First time in more than 200 PGA Tour starts. Gets the victory at the RBC Canadian Open. 17 under par. Breaking through. It had been a long wait. Now he'd won like $15 million along the way. Because how many losers are there in pro sports?
Well, golf's a little different, but, a lot of these kids, the guys, I should say, they're making a lot of money without winning.
Yep.
And there's one guy you can thank.
Tiger! Put the old bicycle pump in all the purses and blow them up.
Yes. So, you're right. I mean, you don't have to win. You just have to compete and top 10 finishes and so forth. You can find a way to make some serious money. But, that's great. And all the pressure's on them, and nobody can help them when they're out there. Nobody can save them. And you're probably not going to get a blue pit or bank a three-pointer. It's probably going to be because you made great shots.
Yeah. Patrick Fishburne tied for 29th at 8 under. Tony Finau tied for 40th at 6 under. Mike Weir missed the cut. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NHL.
Carolina beats Vegas 3-0. A dominant performance to clinch the Stanley Cup. They win it in 6 games. Jordan Stahl is the MVP. Gets the Conn Smythe Award. He's the oldest player ever to win it at the age of 37. Carolina, the champs. Second best regular season record. Best in the East. And they get to hoist the cup.
Yes, they do. I watched that game. A little deflection on the second goal, and it seemed like that was it because Vegas wasn't having anything to do offensively. The Carolina had changed goalies. What was it, game 3?
Yep.
Made a big difference, I guess.
Yep. 3 in a row for them. All right, Slacker Ready Headlines brought to you by, What is Trending is brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. More on the Stanley Cup final. And where did the Mammoth go for here as we pivot to the offseason? Jay Stevens, NHL insider for KSL Sports and host of the Utah Puck Report, will join us at 9 o'clock. Steve Cleveland, former BYU basketball coach, to talk Knicks and NBA Finals at 8 o'clock. And it's U.S. Open Golf Week. We've got U.S. Open giveaway qualifiers. We'll be assigning listeners and golfers and pairing you up here in the next few days. It's all brought to you by Copper Rock, where the pros play. Stay tuned. We'll be asking you to qualify here in a few minutes. Stick around. DJ and PK, the question of the day is next.
Summer is all about freedom, fun, and growing up. And between the ages of 9 and 13, kids are starting to form their views about alcohol. With more independence, their still developing brains need more guidance and support than ever. That's why summer is the perfect time to stay connected and plan fun, safe family activities together. Research shows kids who spend quality time with their parents doing what they enjoy are less likely to drink underage. And when kids feel close to you, they're more likely to listen, especially when you set clear expectations. In fact, kids who drink before 15 are far more likely to struggle with alcohol later. This summer, create a no-bummer summer with fun, alcohol-free activities for your kids. Go to summer.parentsempowered.org to take a quick quiz and discover ideas tailored to your family. A little time together can make a big difference. For more information and to learn more about how to prevent underage drinking, visit parentsempowered.org.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Just top.